You were driving this car? Who was with you?
I honestly,
you don't know who
it
was with you?
happened so fast right now, man. I'm like,
you don't know who was in your car?
No, I'm so confused right now.
Tonight, newly obtained body camera footage is shedding light into how police officers handled a 2022 crash that left one man dead and injured several people. The video shows why the victim's family was so outraged and why 2 IMPD officers were disciplined. WRTV Investigates has been digging through that footage and joins us now with what the body camera video shows.
We filed a public records request for body camera footage that allowed prosecutors to charge a drunk driver, even though police did not do a breathalyzer or a blood draw. We were able to obtain this footage in 2025 because the criminal case is now resolved. Not only was this a key piece of evidence, it also reveals why the victim's family was so upset with how the crash was handled.
Rashid was the heart of our family.
Rashid Conte was killed on September 29, 2022 at 24th and Delaware. He was 22. 2 weeks after the crash, Rashid's family sat down with WRTV. At the time, no one was criminally charged. They told us IMPD did not properly investigate.
The mistakes that were made, you know, we can't correct them now. They can't be corrected.
The week after our story aired, prosecutors charged Connor Gaskell with reckless homicide, alleging he was driving 55 in a 30 when he crashed into a lift carrying Rashid, his brother Nelson, and their friend. 2 months later, in December 2022, prosecutors added multiple charges for drunk driving. Court documents show an IMPD detective watched this body camera video and found signs of intoxication, including Gaskell's droopy eyelids. Body cameras started rolling just after midnight on September 29, 2022. IMPD officers Gunnar Gossett and Dwayne Mills arrive on the scene just north of downtown. Medics are loading Rashid Conte into an ambulance.
He's not talking. Is he unconscious?
Yeah.
Initially, medics and police are confused about who was in which vehicle.
I don't even know what just happened.
FBI?
He was driving this car.
You were driving this car? Who was with you?
I honestly,
you don't know who
it
was with
happened
you?
so fast right now, man. I'm like,
you don't know who was in your car?
No, I'm so confused right now.
Okay, let's start by getting your name then.
Connor Gaskell.
Gaskell then blames the driver of the lift.
I got hit so hard, bro. I don't even know what happened. I got hit so hard.
Gaskell's car is white. The gray car is the lift.
I think he just turned down in front of me.
And he was coming straight this way, north.
And I can't even give you like an honest answer. I just happened so fast. It's just scary as hell, man.
Once they get checked out,
I'm gonna
we're gonna get you checked out also.
Is my forehead off?
You got some bruising and some scrapes.
Gaskell then drops this question.
Am I gonna go to jail?
Go to jail for what?
I don't know, man. I'm just so like I just can't.
What do you think you should be going to jail for?
Nothing. Like I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm just confused. I'm just so scared. So I don't even know how this accident
you have insurance?
happened. Yeah, but I'm.
Who do you have it with?
In USAA. I'm just like, dude, like what?
Where were you coming from? Do you remember?
I was just heading home.
Heading home from where?
Robertville area. I don't know. I was heading home. Anderson.
But the crash happened south of Broad Ripple at 24th and Delaware, the opposite direction from Anderson. Indiana law says any officer with probable cause can give a driver a breathalyzer or a chemical test to determine whether or not they're intoxicated. But officers don't do that. In fact, they never ask if he's been drinking.
I mean, if I'm at fault, man, like I'll take responsibility, but like I don't see how.
We don't find fault, my man.
Yeah,
We don't find fault.
You don't?
No.
What's happens?
What's that?
What happens, pretty much?
Just a report of an accident report. We just put, one guy's unconscious.
What do I do, man?
Well, do you remember anything?
I mean, like.
Bits and pieces? I recommend you get checked out of the hospital.
Yeah, I know. It just happened so fast. Like, how do I remember that? My dad's a DTF in Anderson. I'm trying to get a hold of him.
Gaskell's dad is Keith Gaskell, a drug task force officer in Anderson. IMPD then heads to the ambulance where the Lyft driver says Gaskell is at fault.
And then that guy come in, he hit me.
He was coming from your left or your right side?
On my right side.
Video evidence would later show Gaskell did hit the Lyft. Still no breath test or blood draw.
I hurt somebody. I don't know what to do right now.
Just chill, man. You're all right.
I'm not. I just hurt somebody. Whether it was an accident or on purpose, I hurt somebody.
Yeah? Stuff happens sometimes, you know? Take a deep breath, man.
Officer Gossett tells Gaskell he may have a concussion and should get checked out.
No, you do what you want.
Okay, real quick, what's your name?
Connor.
Okay, what year is it?
2023.
But it was not 2023, it was 2022. Prosecutors noted this interaction in court documents, charging Gaskell with driving drunk.
Are you refusing medical care at this time? Are you refusing medical care? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's okay?
Everyone's all good? All right,
Then I'm good.
But everyone is not okay. Rashid Conte died from his injuries shortly after arriving at the hospital. Body cameras are still rolling as officers react to learning the news.
Homie just died.
Who did?
One of the first guy that they put on the thing and sent him to the hospital.
What?
At this point, Gaskell has left the crash scene.
So that changes everything.
Yeah.
And we don't have the guy anymore. We don't even have that other kid anymore.
Officer Mills searches his car and finds a wad of cash.
$4,051. He had to have a concussion because anybody in their right mind would have known that they had this amount of money inside the.
Police and prosecutors later learned Gaskell had been drinking at Bottle Works before the crash. Court documents show Gaskell's bar tab and interviews with witnesses. At Gaskell's sentencing in February of this year, Rashid's family expressed outrage at how police handled Gaskell at the scene.
Gaskell was so intoxicated he could not recall to officers whether he had a passenger in his car.
You don't know who was in your car?
No, I'm so confused right now.
I'll always wonder why police officers will let somebody so clearly inebriated walk away without breathalyzing him.
Gaskell pleaded guilty to causing death when operating while intoxicated and 3 counts of causing serious bodily injury when operating a vehicle while intoxicated. As part of a plea, prosecutors dismissed the reckless homicide charge.
I would have never, and our family would have never, agreed to the plea agreement if not for the negligence of IMPD.
Gaskell's attorney pointed out his client pleaded guilty even without key evidence like a blood draw.
Had the police done their job, all they had to do was do a blood draw or a breath test and we would know exactly what the result is. In this case would have lasted a month, 2 months. But at the end of the day, they didn't do that.
Gaskell apologized to Rashid's family during sentencing.
And I make no excuses for my actions, and I accept full responsibility.
A judge sentenced him to 4 years in prison. Officer Dwayne Mills served a 1-day unpaid suspension for his handling of the crash. He's still employed at IMPD. Officer Gunnar Gossett served a 2-day unpaid suspension. He medically retired from the agency in May 2025.
There's really no justice in this situation. This whole process started with, if I'm being honest, police who did not do their job.
We reached out to IMPD to find out if they've updated their training or procedures as a result of this case. They have not. They also declined our request to speak on camera. Kara Kenny, WRTV.